Welcome back. You thought you were going to get a little hug in already, didn't you? Well, I'm going to give you one right now. Bring it in. Come on, bring it all the way in. In all seriousness, welcome back. Oregon Country Fair, to all of you out there and to all of you in here. I even have this little heart on today. Community Village is known as the heart of Oregon Country Fair. I mentioned to you, my name is Tave, and I'm in the Peace and Justice booth. But we have many other booths in Community Village. We have Health and Healing. We have 4A for all accessibility. We have the Green Earth booth, the Arts booth, the Little People booth for small children, and so many more. But one of the things that I do as part of the Peace and Justice booth is I work with Siren Nation, which promotes women and other marginalized genders in the arts. And so that's something I feel it's very important for all of us to make art, right? We start out as kids, we're doing art, we're doing music, we're being funny, and somehow we forget about that along the way when we grow up. And I don't know why we do that, but I'd like to encourage all of you out there to make more art. And with that, speaking of which, I have my friend and bandmate here, Nikki Jardin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
You did, as a matter of fact.
She's my friend, but I like to pronounce her name like Jardin or Hardim.
Yes.
Because
that's the Portuguese. Or
Jardin.
Or Jardin.
Like French.
Yes.
But what do you have here?
Well, I have this thing that I've created. As a matter of fact, you created also. It's called Miradore Magazine.
Hey, I have a copy too. Well, tell us just a little bit about it.
So Miradore is a leisure-oriented online and print publication designed for people experiencing dementia, brain trauma, or other cognitive illness. And we put this together over the last year. Thank you, COVID.
And it's also for their communities and their loved ones. Thanks so much, Nikki, for bringing it.
Yeah.
Well, you could stay or you can leave, whatever you like. Here, let's have a hug while we're at it. Yay. But speaking of equity and accessibility, I know we talked about the fair and the fact that we're all here together. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for donating, going to the bottom of your page on the right-hand side and donating, telling all your friends who aren't online right now to go to clouds.oregoncountryfair.org and making their donations so we can keep doing this and hopefully having live fair in the future. But in addition to that, this magazine, it's for those people who are experiencing those brain changes, but also their loved ones. So they're partners in care. So it might be your neighbor, it might be your grandmother. It could be an older person who has dementia and a child saying, I don't know what to say to grandpa anymore. And they can look through the magazine, or they can read something together. They could do puzzles. There's poems, there's activities. Or it could be somebody who's an adult who has a child down the street who got severely concussed in, say, something like a soccer accident. And they say, I don't know what to say or do with them. So this is a vehicle for you as well. And if you want to find out more, where can they go?
Well, you can go to miradoremagazine.com.
Great.
Just like that.
miradoremagazine.com. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Tave.
See ya. And in addition to that, just thank you for all you do for your family, your friends, your neighbors, and all of it. It means so much to us. And workshops. So we've got all sorts of workshops I want to make sure you know about. You can go, if you're already here with us, you can look over on the workshops tab in Community Village, and there's a number of them. There's some more going on today. We have at 4 o'clock, there's going to be an NA meeting for anybody who's dealing with substance abuse issues. We have 6 p.m. There's an introduction to therapeutic touch. So more than just asking for permission to touch people, it's about touching people in a really nice way. And then tomorrow there's going to be a live streamed hangout from noon to 1 with the Wild Edibles booth. So that's some exciting stuff to look forward to. Also, Siren Nation, which I also represent in the Peace and Justice booth, has a workshop. It's called Equity. It's actually called Art in the Time of COVID, and it's about equity. And there's some amazing non-gender and women powerhouses having discussions about race, equity, and whatnot. So check that out. You can find that at the Peace and Justice booth page, or also on workshops at the fair or sirennation.org. And stick around, because coming up, I have a 3-piece band that's going to play later. And Tim Mueller, everybody's favorite villager who helped make this possible, he's going to be playing My Butterfly, more hugging and frog jokes.